as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. Trevor Davis now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, come on.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps and a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Lynch. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Hurry up.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. It got his man complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all theirs.
Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, 41 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Where you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing here, Trubisky. And an alley to run. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Rodgers now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, 27 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. For the Bears last season, Charles, as they come out here, a 2-game improvement, but when you go from 3-13 to 5-11, not enough to save their coaching staff. So in comes 40-year-old Matt Nagy. He's the new head coach and seems to be bringing a new optimism with him.
Yeah, and you hate to put too much on the shoulders of not just a new head coach, but a second-year quarterback in Mitchell Trubisky. But this is the city of broad shoulders, and I think that he has them, and he's looking forward to working with this new crew. And similar to teams that really elevated with coaching changes, the Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams last year, I think that can happen here in Chicago as well because of the structure they'll put in place for this quarterback. Head coach who knows quarterbacks, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, they will really work with this guy, and I think that this team has a chance to roll.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. And Robinson with a big catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Go!
Now Trubisky on first down. He leads this one for Howard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Trubisky draw play, gives to Howard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
On second down, here's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go, come on.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown in green and gold. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. On first down, Trubisky. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Gotta go.
On second down, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. First career hit for the rookie Josh Jackson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field, and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And now Jordan Howard slow to get to his feet, so they will stop play here. I hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers making their way out. As we look back to last year, I don't know that anybody foresaw how things would play out. Heavy favorites in the NFC North, but the injury to Aaron Rodgers that cost him more than half the season, ultimately too much to overcome.
And when you think about how Green Bay has played over the last 10 years, there's been a lot of sameness to them, and that's been good. Continuity, offense, defense, coaching staff. But a lot of changes in the offseason for Green Bay, especially on the defense.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
First touch of the game here for Benny Cunningham. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
You see it? You see it?
Now Cohen. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
If indeed the Chicago Bears were looking for a nice change-up to Jordan Howard at running back, they found it in Tariq Cohen. I'm telling you, this guy is shifty, quick. Even though he's small in stature, some people have called him the latest human joystick.
How about that? That'll be fun for Madden players. Just 5'6", but as you said, he can move. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for Howard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They go with Howard again. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Hey, gotta go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20. This might be a free play here for Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Come on, gotta go.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Trubisky. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Following the penalty, here's another 2nd and goal from the 5 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Parkey with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those, so it'd be a lot more man.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. So we've reached. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Kevin King with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Jones,
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Onto the field now come the Bears. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They try again with Cohen. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go, run the ball after this. Gotta go, gotta go. Hey, 18.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Move. Red, up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Dancing to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
319.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. On play action. Now Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Geronimo Allison, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point try now for Crosby. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Crosby on now to kick it away. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll set them back 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. Now he's going the other way. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Rodgers now to throw.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield. The 49.
Yeah, baby.
And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth.
Yeah, Liz. Green 18.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Come on.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sam Acho in there to sack him for a loss of 6. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Zoom. Green 18. We are going.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 44 yards. 1st down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Crosby on now to kick it away. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. On play action, it's Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a